For most of my life, I've always enjoyed the great outdoors. Now, in my more mature years, along with my wife Audrey, I've enjoyed discovering many corners of our British countryside. I class myself as an amateur naturalist, and for many years I've had a keen interest in our wild orchids. This has taken us into many locations both in the British Isles and further afield in Europe. Orchids have even become established in my own garden. By searching out our wonderful orchids through the seasons, many people will class me as an orchid anorak. This doesn't bother me in the least, because my life has been made richer and up to now more healthy by the exercise, fresh air and fulfilment of seeking out these wonderful complex flowers. In recent years, Eric, a lifetime friend, has also found a fascination for the orchids, and we've joined him on several outings along with his wife Jean and his working colleague Peter, on this occasion up in Langstrathdale. For the last few years one orchid has eluded me, but last year Eric heard of one of its locations and visited the site, but the orchids had finished. It was too late in the season. So today, 12 months on, we're out to find this elusive orchid on a miserable wet day in July. So I'll let Eric take up the story.
Well, this spot is the exact spot where Jean and myself found the orchids last year, although they're a lot better this time, a lot earlier, about 3 weeks earlier than what we were last year. Lovely that, David. Well, I think for years and years David and Audrey had been looking for this orchid, and I became interested about perhaps 3 years ago, and similarly we've wandered up Ribblesdale, and Audrey and Dave had round Ingleborough. We've looked for this up on the Great Orme, and at last we've found it here on Elsington Barrow, and it's the Dark-Red Helleborine. Beautiful. Well, here at Elsington Barrows is one of probably only 2 locations in the north of England where you can find the Dark-Red Helleborine, and of course it's always associated with larch trees which are behind us. It's something to do with the spores that are taken from the ground around the larch tree. So wherever there's larch and limestone and shaly stuff like it is here, you will get the Dark-Red Helleborine. Well, today's been quite a walk, and it's been pretty miserable conditions. We found the one location with the Dark-Red Helleborine, and we've been looking for the second, and it's been really difficult in this weather. However, we've found it at last, and again, beautiful. Well, we've taken photographs of our last orchid, and I think we can really bring the day to an end with about half a mile walk back to the road, but it's been absolutely fantastic despite the weather being poor. We've seen all the orchids that we wanted to see.
Many people will call us eccentric in our never-ending pursuit to find these complex, beautiful orchids which take us off the beaten track in the countryside, both at home and abroad. All I know that through our enthusiasm and drive, our lives have been made richer, and the searches will hopefully continue in the future seasons.